Hello everyone, myself Ketan Bhausar, Assistant Professor in LG Engineering College, Ahmedabad. In today's session, we discuss about the semaphorons, mutex and shared data. In previous session, we already discussed about semaphorons as just an overview point of view that what is semaphorons. So semaphorons is really used to provide mutual execution of the task, or we can say that it is provide non-overlapping mechanism. It is provide the robustness of the task. So we can say that our task or our multiple tasks will operate simultaneously or smoothly. So here in chapter number 4 we discuss about semaphorons, mutex and shared data from interprocess communication in embedded system. So now we go ahead and we discuss about the semaphorons in detail. Now what is semaphorons? A semaphorons is a kernel object that one or more tasks can acquire to release for the purpose of synchronization or a mutual execution. So as I already told you, it provides the synchronization. Suppose if you have a number of tasks, so each and every task can be operated, monitored and manageable with help of the semaphorons and the mutual execution of the task too. So it's all about execution of the task in terms of synchronization manner. Mutual execution. Mutual execution is the provisions by which only one task at a time can access to shared resources. It shared the resources in terms of the code, memory blocks and etc. So think of the semaphorons as a key. To understand the concept of semaphorons, we assume that the semaphorons is as a key. Your task can make a request for the key. If it is available, then your task will execute or it will run according to it. If the key is not available, then your task will be blocked until the key is become available. So keys play a main role. If it is key is available, then it will be execute or it will be run. If key is not available, then it will be wait for the key is available. So basically it provides the synchronization of the two tasks. So we can solve the overlapping problem. Right? So it is a semaphorons. OS provides semaphorons IPC functions for creating and releasing the or taking of the semaphorons as an event flag, token mutex and counting semaphorons. So OS provide the functions in terms of the OS semaphorons post for semaphorons as a notice for the event occurs. Means if the event is there or not, event occur is not, event is there or not, so we can identify with help of the semaphorons. OS semaphore post is facilitate the inter-task communication for notifying awaiting task sections to the running state upon an event at a running task sections or at an ISR or a task. So semaphorons can be used as a mutex, it means mutual executions, to permit access to the set of codes, a process using the mutex locks on a critical section in the task. So basically it provides a mutual executions, it provides the synchronizations, it provides the other facility to send the post the messages, send the messages, receive the data and provide the global synchronization. So semaphorons can be used as a counting semaphorons which facilitate the multiple inter-task communication. Means you can communicate with the multiple processes, you can communicate with the multiple data as a inter-task communication. So semaphorons can be used in case of producers, customers type problems to send or receiving the data. Here there are the number of type of semaphorons, but we have a few. One semaphorons can take a P and V semaphorons pair in the POC6 standard semaphorons IPC. Because in terms of IPC we have a P and V type of semaphorons, but in terms of practical environment there are the number of type of semaphorons. Fine. Now semaphorons function. To understand the concept of semaphorons in terms of the operating system, we have a few functions, which is the OS semaphorons create the semaphorons to initialize it. OS semaphorons post to send the semaphorons to an event control block and its value increment on the event occurrence. OS semaphorons PN means to wait the semaphorons for an event and its value decrements on taking the node of the event occurs. So the authorities are semaphorons variable name, time, periods and error handles. OS semaphorus accept to return the present semaphorus value, and if it shows the occurrence of an event, then it takes the note of that decrement the value, means it is wait for the increment or decrement value. OS semaphorus query, to query the semaphorus for an event occur or a non-occurrence by reading the value and return the present semaphorus value and return the pointer to the data structure OS sem data. So the semaphorus value does not decrement, so it send the query to the other semaphorus. OS semaphorus data, the data structure to point to the present value and the table of the task waiting for the semaphorus. So use of the task, use of a different number of small tasks, or we can say that the small functions. So here you can see that task J is releasing on the semaphorus into the OS event block and waiting for the task K. That is a starting phase. So to understand the concept of semaphorus, you can see that the task J and task K. Now the task send the messages to MJ, the semaphorus is S is equal to 0. If semaphorus is S will be increment or it will increase the value of S, then OS semaphore function creates send, take and delete, and again it go back to the S is equal to 1. If it reach to the S is equal to 1 in terms of the semaphorus increment, then it will reach to the task K and take the value of MJ. So this process is really working in the clock mechanicism in based on the event block based concept. So based on the event block based concept, you can directly operate and monitor the data in terms of simultaneous operation. Now sharing data. What is shared data? What is shared data? Some data is common to different the process of task. For example, like a time. See, time is each and everywhere. If you execute any task, right now I am speaking and you are listening, you are watching my video, it is also running the time. So which is updated continuously by the process, and it also used to display the process in the system. So the port input data which is received by one process and the another process will be running, it's analyzed by the another process. Means it is in continuously process. So one process can run the another process and another process will run the another process. So this one is a continuous process, right? It will never end at all. So this type of data is called as a sharing data. So assume there is an instant when the value of variable operates, and during the operations on it, only a part of the operation is complete and another part remains incomplete. So at that moment we can say that the shared data, and this problem is arise because of interrupt only. Interrupt have only ability to to hold the state, to hold the variable, to hold the task, right? So assume that there is another function, it is also shared the same variable, so the value and the variables may differ from the another aspect if the entire operation has been completed. So shared data have one common problem, like you have a same variable, you have a same function like time, and it will be hold if some interrupt will be generated or interrupt will be triggered on the time. Now how you can solve the shared data problem? Now the problem is already know that the shared data have a timing problem, have a shared common resources problem. We can say that the program counter have a problem. Fine. So how you can solve the shared data problem? Now use a rentrate functions with atomic instructions in the section of the function that need it complete execution before it can be interrupted. Means you have to go with the rentrate function that it will be execute the task without interrupting. Put a shared variable in the circular queue of function that requires the value of this variable always deletes it from the queue front, and another functions which inserted the value of this variable and always does not have a queue back. Disable the interrupt means DI before the critical section start executing, and enable the interrupts means EI on the computation, means DI and EI is both are working on the interrupt based concept, means enable and disable concept. That how you can enable the concept, how you can disable the concept, how you can disable the interrupt. So DI is a powerful but a distinct option, so interrupt even if the higher priority than the critical function gets disabled. Use lock, a critical section start execution, and use unlock on its for the computations. Use IPC means inter-process communication using semaphorus as a mutex for the shared data problem. So basically, for executing the any task, for performing the any operation, we have to go with the execution of the task. We have to go with the inter-process communication. We have to go with enable disable concept of the interrupt, because without disable the interrupt, you cannot directly calling or another function. If higher priority task will become, then it will be interrupted. So we can solve the problem using a DI or EI based concept, or you have to go with the rented function. So to understand the concept of semaphores, here you can see that one diagram of train. The signal will close on that side and signal will be on this side. So the train will be passed. If the next train, a back-to-back train will be come, then you can see that on this side signal will be on this side the signal will be off. So train will be hold all that moment. If the signal will be, if the train will be passed from this signal, then here you can see the signal will be disabled and that particular signal will be enabled. So the train will be passed. So there is no overlapping problem will be generated. So this one is a semaphore that we can understand with help of the pictorial way. This is a semaphore that what exactly I am talking about. Use of a mutex semaphore. It's a facilitate the mutual execution access by the two or more processes to the resources. The same variable sam_m is shared between the various processes. Let the process 1 and process 2 share the same variable m and initiate the value of to set 1. So process 1 proceed after the SAM 8 will be decrement, means it equal to 0, and get execution the access to the CPU. Process 1 and after the SAM m increases, so it equal to 1, then process 2 will execute on the CPU. Basically, in terms of the increment or decrement of the SAM_m value, the process 1 and process 2 will be executed. Process 2 proceed after the SAM_m decreases and equal to the 0 and get execution access to the CPU. So process 2 and after the SAM_m increment and equal to 1, and process 1 now get executed access to the CPU. So basically here we are talking about a concept of increment or decrement with help of the SAM_m value. Means in terms of the mutual execution of the task. So to use the semaphore does not eliminating the shared data problem completely. There is always some black hole, or you can say that some limitations is there. Fine, because it work on the priority based concept. So we also have to go with the semaphore in depth. So I hope that you are getting the idea what exactly I am trying to convey, what exactly the semaphore is, how you can set or solve the shared data problem. What is shared data exactly? First of all, we that identify what is shared data, how you can solve the shared data problem. Still, if you have any doubt which is related to shared data problem, shared data, semaphore, non-mutex, then you can feel free to contact us. So thank you for watching.